I'm gonna be honest, I've been kind of bummed out recently, and so I thought today I would just go out and pick myself some flowers. I'm gonna put it in a bouquet. I picked, well, right now a bunch of flowers that are blooming are lilacs, stock. I have some like lupin as well, but the lilacs and stock smell amazing. So I also thought it would just like cheer me up to have something like visually beautiful, but also that smells amazing in the house. I also went to a garden center, a greenhouse, a local greenhouse, and I picked up a couple of hostas just like as a pick-me-up. Here are the hostas that I got. One is called Halcyon. Is that how you say it? Halcyon. It's like this like blue green that I think will look really nice. And this one is called Jurassic Park. It does look very like Jurassic era. The big kind of wrinkly leaves. And these hostas will get like super big. They're good shade perennials, and I've got a couple of spots, one in the front and one in the back that I need to fill out. So I just thought I'd show you how I'm putting together like a little arrangement for the kitchen. So when I was cutting this lilac, I had no problem like going back pretty far and just taking like these big chunks out of the tree, just because it's starting to hang a little bit too low. We have to like crouch under it. Even me, who I'm 5 foot, and I kind of have to crouch under when I'm like going through that part of the backyard. And by the way, a trip to when you do want to prune your lilacs, you should do it, well, you can do it while it's blooming so you can harvest the blooms, but you can also do it right after it's done blooming, so kind of like deadhead it. And that's the best time to do it because the blooms will only like form on new wood. So you need time after you cut it for like new buds to form for your next year's flower. So don't cut it early in the spring when you're waiting for blooms. You'll just cut off all those year's blooms. Cut it the year before after it's done blooming. Oh, this is nice. Like, I'm trying to find some nice long stems. A lot of them aren't super long, but that's okay. I can make like a shorter, wide arrangement. Okay, I'm sure I harvested these like a little bit late. Like, it's getting a little bit pale, some of the petals are falling off, and I'm sneezing, so it must be like a bunch of pollen already being released. This one, yeah, the droopier it is, like the older it is. And then I also have these that I picked, which don't really have as much smell, but they're really pretty. These are before the blooms open. These are before the blooms open, and they still look very pretty. And then I think something like this is at a perfect, like this is the perfect cut. It's super long. It still has like some, generally when you have like long things like this with multiple blooms, you want to wait for like a third of the blooms to be open and 2/3 still to be kind of closed, and some of them will open while they're in the vase as well. So I think this one is, yeah, like the perfect cut. And the tip about like 2/3 of the blooms open works for stock as well. There's still a bunch of like unopened blooms at the top, or a little bit. I think 2/3 of the way is good too. This is maybe this looks like about half, but I'm gonna go ahead and strip some of these older ones off the bottom because it makes it look nicer. Makes it look fresher, but also you're saving yourself some mess like having the arrangement in like the kitchen or wherever you're gonna put it. The older blooms will like fall off and dry off quicker. Okay, maybe I should have harvested some more. Normally you want to do like groups of 3 for like your colors, for your kinds, and I have got like 2 of each of these lupin colors. I think visually it just looks better to have groups of 3 because groups of 2 kind of look like eyes. They're just like more unsettling. This is like I think a widely known thing, not just for like flower arrangement, but for a lot, just anything visual, really. Any kind of visual design. Also using crystal clear flower food. Just pouring like half of it in there. Okay, nothing too crazy, nothing too elaborate, just a bunch of flowers, just a handful of flowers. It's not too like, I don't know, like fancily arranged, but it smells amazing. Hopefully this is something like that we can smell just as we walk in the door. We're in this area a lot, the kitchen, the living room. And honestly, it's nice just to put my hands to work when I'm not feeling great. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing these flowers with me. Maybe I'll do some more garden work today. I've got like more things to plant. I've got just to like clean up the yard. We had a bunch of people in our yard this past month. They've been working on a water line on our street, and so we've had like a temporary water line going through our backyard. And we had a bird's nest like in the middle of my no-dig bed, so we've just been like completely avoiding that area, just trying to make sure that they survived, and they did. I think they all did. They grew up, they hatched, and they're out of the nest now, so we can finally clean up now, which is kind of a relief, but also now it's just like that load of work that I have to do. But anyways, thanks for sharing this time with me, this like time of making this little flower arrangement with me, brightening my day a little bit. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.